Okay, so even in the darkest moments of the book, and characters, I like how characters' thoughts, instead of kind of dwelling on what's not going right, they tend to turn to their love for one another. There's a quote at the end of the book: "War was eternal, but so was peace. Death was eternal, but so was life. Darkness was eternal, but so was light. Hate was eternal, but above all, so was love." At what point in the writing did this book become a novel about love?
Right. That is such a great question. And the funny thing is I cried when I wrote that.
I bet. Yeah. Because I mean, especially coming at the end like that.
I mean, I didn't have any outline. I never write with an outline. So I gave myself this impossible job of a woman who's in love with two guys who are her best friends. It's not a book about competition. Like, they love each other. So in a way, it's no win, because she knows if she chooses one, she's going to lose the other. Even the guys know, God, I don't want to, if I have to lose her, I'm happy to lose her to her, but I don't want to. And it's about love that is friendship. It's about the love that is romantic love. It's about the love of family for each other. It's about the love between people who are different. The Terrizzi family, which is Marco's family, the Gentile family, always stands beside the Simone family, the Jewish family. At risk of their own life, they take care of them. They look out for them. They will do anything for each other. And so that love is really what abides. And when I sort of got through it, and you just work yourself along and you go, what would logically happen next? What would these characters do? And I learned that writing this was no different from writing a thriller. It's all the same narrative flow. That when I got to that point, I said, this is really about love. And it really came together in that part. And then when I chose the quote at the beginning, because, I've been collecting these quotes for so long, and you try to choose one that's going to really epitomize the beginning, like the whole kind of thing. Anyway.
Yeah, I bookmarked some of those quotes in the book.
That, it was the quote, "Love conquers all things." Now, when I had that and put it in, I thought, Lisa, that's going to sound kind of simplistic. Like, you're sounding a little bit like a greeting card now. Like, you got to need better, English major, more obscure stuff. But I kept coming back to it. And I thought, you really don't. And I remembered a wonderful quote, I'll paraphrase it, by Primo Levi, who I mentioned before. Like, he has a lot to teach us, right? He lived through a Holocaust. And he said this: he said, be careful when you start to think that someone is different from you, because soon you will think they're other than you. And as soon as you think they're other than you, you will think that they're less than you. And when you think that they are less than you, in the end will be a camp. And when I wrote, that gave me goosebumps. I was like, whoa, because that's what addresses what's really hard. That addresses, it's easy to look back on the Holocaust now and say, oh, it's how this never should have happened. How did this happen? But it really speaks to slow it down, tell it in real time. What happened to the Jews in Italy was a death by 1,000 cuts. And it was all done under the auspices of law. It was legalized horror. Yeah. And that's a really interesting thing, because that's what turns the idea of law and justice on its head. And that's apropos my point about how justice gets warped in wartime or in times when we feel unsafe. Because it's human made, and human beings will always make mistakes. And as Marco says, we'll always believe in the wrong thing. This will happen again and again, because people will believe in the wrong thing. But you can't forget that they're still people. And that's the approach I had to the book. So I didn't judge these characters even as they went astray. Let's face it, a whole country went astray. Plenty of countries went astray. A whole world went astray, and then righted itself until it gets off kilter again. And that's the point.